Good afternoon. I'm DJ Cadden with the Clemson Insider. We're at stop 2 on our Tour of Champions here in Jefferson, Georgia, with five-star linebacker and Clemson commit Sammy Brown and his younger brother, also a linebacker, Max Brown. Guys, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Oh, pretty good. Been a good day so far.
Just started back summer practice yesterday. You said was the first day. So as you go into this, your senior season, your freshman season, what are y'all looking to? What are you working on this summer, and what are you looking to improve on as an individual?
I'm working on just proving myself to the coaches and the coaching staff and trying to get a starting job somewhere on the field, wherever it may be, just helping out my team and doing whatever I can to help out the team as a whole.
I think just refining my skills as an individual, but also want to help the team out and make sure that we're doing the right things in and outside of the practice field, and just making sure that we can bring everything together because we've got a shot to be really good.
All right, so y'all are both linebackers. Your dad was a linebacker at Furman back in the day. So what kind of pointers is he giving you, and just what's the conversations like? Just three super talented linebackers.
So my dad actually knows a lot about football. He was a head coach, and then he's an assistant head coach and offensive line coach now. So he kind of knows a lot about offense and defense. So a lot of the conversations after Friday nights and after practices are, what can we do better? What can we work on? Actually, after practice this morning, he brought the whole offensive line out, and we were working on one of our run plays just as a walkthrough. So he knows a lot about the game of football, and it's really good to have a person like that in your household that you can always look for answers.
Linebackers, I think y'all both play running back too. Is that correct? So how do y'all kind of differ as players? Then I'll bounce to you and ask how y'all similar as players.
I think we differ as players, as Sammy's more of a nice guy. He'll help you up and tell you good job. I'll hit you, and then I'll and then after the game I'll tell you good job. But Sammy's more low-key. I have more energy. I would say that I play with a lot more passion than Sammy does. Don't get me wrong, Sammy plays with passion. But
It's a different kind of passion.
Yeah, different kind of passion.
Okay, and then how are y'all similar as players?
I think in the way that we actually play the game, we're very similar. We're both aggressive. We both get to the ball quick, and we're going to make sure that you feel the hit. So I think in the actual concept of the game, we have very similar play styles. And then running the ball, we're going to run over people, and we're going to play physical.
All right, and brothers, y'all both in high school now. I'm assuming there's a little bit of competitiveness in the family. So how do y'all kind of push each other when you compete, and how do you kind of feed off each other?
We're just extremely physical. It's just whenever we can. Like in practice today, we were going at it in option period. I was at kind of like a slot receiver, option pitch and stuff. And Sammy and all of them came rallied up to me. I'll just try to do what I can to get them off me. And when it's team defense, I go to scout team running back. Sammy's at linebacker. Just do whatever I can to get in his head and stuff.
I'll ask you the same question.
Yeah, it definitely gets a little intense out there, especially during some of the team periods. There's a little smack talking there, but after practice, we hit off each other and kind of talk about how the practice went and things that we can improve on, and just stuff about our defense. So it gets intense, but there's also a good side of it too.
And then I'll start with you. I know it's the dead period right now, and I know you're already committed, but what kind of things are you hearing when you communicate with the coaches? What are they telling you? What are you hearing your roles are going to be? Just how's that looking?
So right now I've kind of become a recruiter, not the recruited. So, I'm working pretty hard on some of the recruits that we're trying to get, Corey and Gibson and Edric and KJ and all them, just really, really working on them and seeing if we can get them. But, that's really most of it. And we're going to go back at the end of the month for the barbecue. So that'll be good. And just getting around some of the other commits and just seeing how they're doing. But, the main basis is through Coach Goodwin, just talking about how we're doing, Been doing a lot of fishing lately, so I send him pictures of the fish I catch. So just a basic line of communication.
And then I have one more for you before I bounce back over to you. You are that recruiter now. You're kind of the leader of this class. So what's your message to guys like Corey and like Edric that are still uncommitted but are considering Clemson?
The thing that I've told them the most is that there's no place like Clemson. That's a little cliche, but if you really think about it, there's no place that you're going to be able to get the education that you can get, but at the same time play for a national championship, because Clemson's going to be dangerous the next couple of years. And I think just everything about Clemson is different. Their culture, their coaches, I think everything is just different. And I've just kind of told them that and just tell them that it's different. It's different than every other place, and I think that they will all be very successful at Clemson.
All right, and back to you, Max. I know you're just going into your freshman year, but you already have a good relationship with Wes Goodwin and a couple other guys on the staff. We saw it at camp. So when you communicate with them, what are you hearing from them? I know you're a couple years away from potentially getting an offer, but just what's that relationship look like?
It's a good relationship. It's like friends, but as a coaching. Like, they'll coach you up. Like I said in one of the other videos, they'll coach you up, but then they'll tell you what you need to do better, and then they'll tell you good job and what you did good. But they won't let you get too high up on a mountain. They won't get you too low in the valley. They'll keep you neutral.
And then just the last question. I'm assuming y'all are going to come down to Clemson for a game this fall. Do you know when that is, or are you just kind of playing it by ear?
The plan right now is to go to every single home game because, I mean, it's a 45-minute drive from our house. So if we've got a Saturday where we don't have anything to do, we're going to Clemson.
All right. Sounds good. And thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to do this, and we'll see y'all next time.